What's up, guys? Welcome back to Raw Calisthenics. Today I hit a push day with a focus on doing planche training as well. Started off doing handstands like I always do on a push day, and then I went into doing some handstand push-ups. I probably did like at least 13 sets of handstand push-ups, but a lot of those were only a rep or two because I was having a hard time keeping my core engaged the entire way up and down, which affected my ability to do the handstand push-up in of itself. And that's been an ongoing issue for me. There's been, a lot of times where I just can't seem to have consistent form to where I'm in full control up and down. Like you can see right there, I'm just like not really in full control of my body, but it's a work in progress and I still push through the whole workout. But I'll be uploading this video on Thursday the 22nd. Right now it's the 15th, and when this video drops, I will be in Colombia, Medellin. So if you guys don't see me post a video the following Monday, then something may have happened to me and you might want to make sure that I'm okay. Nah, but there's been a lot of foreigners recently who have gone and they've either gotten robbed, kidnapped, or drugged, and some have died. And it's a bit of a concern for me to go, and I think I'll be okay. Because all those people who go for the wrong reasons, and they go more so to try to get women, trying to party. And if you're ever drunk, and if you're drunk somewhere where you don't fully speak the language and it's a foreign country, like you're just going to run into issues as it is. But those people will go on a dating apps, meet a girl that they don't know, and then they'll end up going back to their place. And these girls will put a drug into your drink called scopamine, and what it does, it inhibits you fully, and you're still aware of what's going on, kind of like you're still conscious, but you're very agreeable and you're in a state to where you're just willing to give everything up and just be very honest. So what ends up happening is if they administer the drug at a dose to where they're still conscious, they'll be just in a state to where they'll give away all their bank account information, and they'll also take away all their valuables, anything that they have on them, in person, and then they'll pass out, wake up the next day, and everything is gone and their life is fucked. And in some cases, people die because the women that administer the drug overdose them without realizing it, and then they just end up dying on the spot. So, I mean, that's like the worst case scenario, and like I said, the people that encounter that are the people that go there for the wrong reasons anyways, but I'm going there to experience the culture, to go out of my comfort zone, and to just expand my worldview. Because I really haven't been out of the country before. I only have on a cruise, and that doesn't really count because I was somewhere else for a day and that's it. Didn't really get to experience it. But I'm saying all of this because, for one, if I actually don't post a video the following Monday, something may have happened to me, but I don't expect that to happen because I'm going in there having done my research and for the right reasons, so I'm not really worried about that. But I'm talking about this also because when I told a few of my family members that I'm going, a lot of them got really concerned because we live in a society now where, if we're ever in a slightly vulnerable state, people just tend to like think the worst. And, not that any of that's going to happen to me because I'm going there, like I said, having done my research and, knowing what to expect. But it's like we live in a society now to where we want to do everything that's going to like maximize our safety and that we're not going to run into any issues, not taking any chances, not taking any risks. But that's not what life is about. Like we need to take risks. And it is possible that something might happen to me. I'm still kind of rolling the dice with me going, but I'm willing to accept that, and I'm willing to endure anything that does happen, because I think it is worth it for me to go out of my comfort zone and to have a new experience than to just not go because it's not the right timing and I'm too scared of what might happen to me. And I feel like people adopt this kind of mindset towards a lot of things in life, and that's why people stay in the same position and don't really advance, don't really get to that next level that they want to be at, because they're too afraid of taking that leap, taking that initial risk. And it got me thinking about us as a species collectively, where we came from being hunter-gatherers and where we are today in a soft-ass society where you have people just not wanting to take any chances and doing everything in their power to make sure that everything is in place so that they're safe, so that they're comfortable, that you have all of your conveniences right there, and just everything is set up in a way to where you have structure and you're not doing anything out of the ordinary, because that's not how we're supposed to live. And if you just think back to when we were hunter-gatherers, we were always in a state of danger, of threat, of survival. That is the foundation of our species and what we are built on. Yet today we're in a society to where, when I'm going to a third world country that's slightly more dangerous than it is here in the US, people seem to overreact because we have it so easy now, to where doing anything slightly out of the ordinary just causes a lot of stress and a lot of concern, when in reality, I'm not doing anything that crazy. I mean, how I just alluded to, the foundation of our species being based on danger, threat, and survival, like that was our life every single day, and that's what we had to go through, and we are still the same species that we once were. And not that we encounter that anymore, but if you don't subject yourself to anything that's outside of your comfort zone and trying to really push yourself in any way, then you're just not fully living out the human experience. And I think you're really selling yourself short for what you can do in this life, what you can learn about yourself, about the world, and just really tap into like who we really are. Because as individuals, we all have that in us still, but it's just a matter of being able to actually channel it. And I feel as though since we live in such a soft-ass society and everything is so easy for us, we have an obligation to really push ourselves and to really get the most out of life and however you want it to be lived. And for me, I've already lived the life of, trying to party a lot, make the most out of it as far as having the most amount of fun possible. But now I'm really trying to hone in and really trying to target my weaknesses, my shortcomings, and also trying to push myself out of my comfort zone, have new experiences, and try to do more with my life, because I've already experienced what it's like to really try to maximize the amount of pleasure that you can feel in life, which, that's one way to do it. But now I'm at a point to where I'm really trying to hone in and get the most out of life in a different way, and that's what I'm doing. And that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm going to Colombia. That's why I've been posting 2 YouTube videos every single week, because I'm sick of going through life half-ass. Because we already have it easy, so why would you make it easier by just floating through life, not really applying yourself to anything? It's like we're already in a position to where we can do what we want. We have the freedom to do it. It's just a matter of focusing and applying yourself and seeing what you can create, what you can make out of this life. And if you're just going to sit around and not really do anything, not take chances, not take risks, and just allow life to happen to you instead of you trying to create what you want in your life, when we're in a society where we have the luxury of having everything at our fingertips, then what are you doing, bro? And I've been in that spot to where I've just been, on my phone way too much, and I've just been scrolling, not applying myself, not making anything of myself. And it's really hard not to be in that mindset and not to fall into that trap when you don't see the bigger picture. And I feel like that's one thing that I have a lot of pride in, just my ability to see things as they are, like understanding the scale of the universe, understanding time scale of how long everything has been around, and how insanely crazy it is that we're even here today, and that we live in this time period to where we have everything at our fingertips and everything is so accessible, to where I just feel such an obligation to just make everything count. And if I'm ever wasting time now, it's only a few minutes before I feel that internal urge to get off my ass and do something productive or enjoy the present moment, do something to just take in this life. And I think a lot of people's issues can be eradicated if you just really hone in on that mindset of how special this place is, and how there's just so much beauty in it, and there's a lot of bad things as well. But when you focus on what's good, and when you have gratitude and appreciation for just life in of itself, for the fact that we're here, and especially within this time periods where we have everything at our fingertips, then you can really start to maximize your output and try to get the most out of this life. And we all have our own vision and our own mission, our own driving forces, but if you have the mindset of abundance and appreciation for what you have and what's in this world, then you will actually start to be able to live a life of fulfillment and purpose.